Eric Von Mason is cooking shit up.
What is going on? Welcome to the Heatwave Spotlight. I am your host, Jason Dowdy, Jason Dowdy Music, JDM. I see a lot of people are already in the chat. What is going on? Ashley, Drew Burford, the Brainiac, the Maniac, EVM, the master of the beat you heard in this intro. Welcome. Yeah, he's like, hey, I know this song. Michael Melendez, Grand Prix, what is happening? I see a Facebook user. Yo, let me see who that is real quick. I'll know in a minute. Hold on. I've got all the lives open so I can see. Oh, that's Michael Melendez again. I guess he's in two different streams. All right, cool. Well, welcome. So, Tank, what's up? Tank knows best. Welcome to the show. So, this is where we interview a producer from the Heatwave Music Group, somebody that regularly, participates, sends in, and I think everybody here knows this person for his music and his tutorials, especially. Let's go ahead and bring him on. Johnny Mexico, Juan Lugo.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing tonight?
What's happening?
Not much. Just want to give a special shout out to yourself for this event. Give a shout out to the Heatwave community and everybody watching, those that tuned in. Everybody from Ohio, especially if you're from my area, from Lorraine and or Cleveland. Special shout out to you guys. Thank you for you guys coming out supporting.
Yeah, Joe Flacco. He's heading up Cleveland right now. That's crazy. The Browns. That's nuts. I don't know. Do you watch football? Do you watch football at all? Is Cleveland your team?
Sadly, yeah.
All right.
I love them. I mean, we're not doing like super good, but we're not doing bad neither.
Well, so I grew up as a Browns fan. I'm from Oklahoma, which is just weird. When I was 5 years old, we had my dad had a orange helmet. They bought it for me to play with. And in Oklahoma, we didn't have any teams, right? So for some reason, I became a Browns fan because I'd see him on TV, and I'd be like, Bernie Kosar or whoever, and I was like, I'm a fan. But I would say for the Browns, we're doing pretty damn good.
What's the record right now? I haven't been tuned in.
Oh, 8-5.
Oh, okay. That's okay. We're doing pretty good then.
Winning more than losing is always good for the Browns, right? We haven't done that since 2020 and Baker Mayfield in those days. So I'll take it. Right. For some reason, they were decent in COVID, and then they just lost in the playoffs. Yeah, but before, I'm sure they've had more quarterbacks on that team than anybody else.
That and coaches, man. The coaches have been in and out the door like crazy. That much I do know about. It's like every year or every other year they change coaches. It's like, dude, pick somebody, leave them there, let them get used to the players, and vice versa, and we might start winning some games.
There you go.
But hey, man, I don't know anything.
So Ohio, though, man, recently we've had a lot of interviews from people from Kansas City. So is there anybody in the Heatwave Music Group from Ohio that we would recognize? Do you know anybody else?
I know Ashley's from Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know Ashley's from Ohio, so
All
shout
right.
out to her. I see a Tank out there. Shout out to Tank. See Mike Melendez. Shout out to you. EVM. Shout out to you guys out there.
There we go.
Aaron Ireland. Shout out. Heck yeah.
Yep. Pay the producer.
Yeah, pay the producer. Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
And Drew. I see Drew as well. Shout out to Drew.
All right. And then there's Fiction himself.
Well, okay, shout out to Fiction. Appreciate you showing up.
All right, cool. Well, let's hop right into it. I mean, we could talk about football all night, but I think everybody would rather know about music. um, y- uh, you're one of the few people, besides myself, you're one of the few people I know who does like tutorials for people, right? And likes to teach others about how to use, how to make music, how to improve music and things like that. What inspires you to do that? Like what motivates you to make tutorials for other people?
Well, truth be told, man, when I first started doing music, I never really had any help. Like even back in high school when I was started doing basics of audio engineering, like the teacher himself didn't really want to help me. So being caught in that loop of not having any help really put me in the pit to where I struggled a lot.
Mhm.
So me being in that spot right there makes me want to help others to like help them get out of that hole. You
I
know,
got you.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because
Did you have somebody that helped you along the way, or mainly no, just YouTube?
um well, I never had internet in high school for real, and
Mhm,
I had like very limited data on my cell phone, so I really couldn't go online, and I didn't go to the library. But I
mhm.
had two people that had helped me out throughout the journey, So one of them was showing me how to run through FL, and he himself told me that he didn't know how to use the program; he just knew how to make the beats on there. So to me, that was hilarious. But that's how I started making beats was through him, and
Yeah.
somebody else actually gave me a copy of FL. So that was also a plus right there.
Was it actually FL or was it Fruity Loops? How far back do you go?
For me personally, I first started on FL Studio 8.
Okay, alright, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it was just after like it turned FL. Cause what it turned FL on what FL6 was it? Or was it?
I feel like it might have even been 3. I'd have to look it up. I feel like 3 might have been the last Fruity Loops. I don't know, I have to look it up, or it might have been the first FL. Hey, I could Google it real quick. Let me
Yeah,
see.
let's do it. And in the
Yeah.
meantime, I see the Dark One. Shout out to Dark One out there.
Yep, yep. Alright, when did Fruity Loops
Tank says 4.
turn to FL Studio? He says 4? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I knew it was, like, around there.
Okay then.
Mid-2003, after a lawsuit from Kellogg's. They were gonna stay Fruity Loops. They wanted to stay Fruity Loops, but it
That's
was in
crazy.
2003, but let me see what version. Uh, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say, so I'm gonna take Tank's word on that.
Right.
Yeah, on 4. Alright, that makes sense. I knew it was back in those days.
Yeah.
FL4 was the switch. Alright, we'll go with that. Anybody else can prove different, we'll do that. Oh, Mike Melendez started on Fruity Loops too.
Right. I see that. Man, he's going back. See, I started on 8, but I didn't really get good with it until 11. So like I had the demo of 9 and 10, and the
Mhm.
homie gave me 11. And that's where I really started using it. 12, I was able to obtain my own, and then I saved up and got 20 when it first came out.
Okay.
So I do have a valid copy now.
Nice.
Yeah,
I thi
I
I think
was-
all of us started cracked and then, moved to legit.
yeah, I mean, hey man, you gotta start somewhere.
Yep. Oh, Pat Carney, Fiction was, the very first Fruity Loops is what he's saying.
Sheesh.
That's probably you could probably only they probably didn't even have a piano roll, you just hit the buttons, you know?
It's crazy because I've seen like the videos. It looks so like pixelized. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It is all blocky,
Yep. Yeah, that's
and
nuts.
and the little pad wasn't even a pad. It was like a little like a computer looking, not computer, like a calculator looking thing. The thing
Mhm.
looked weird. Like the heck, start tapping and shit. Like
You may not be old enough to remember this, but in, Microsoft Word used to have, a helper named Clippy, and it was this little paper clip.
with the
You
with the
remember
eyeballs, with the
Yeah.
eyeballs.
I was like "That's like OG AI right there." That was like Chat GPT before they got crazy with it. I don't know, man. You're taking me down memory lane with all these old, like, Windows XP and all these old operating systems and stuff. Yeah, EVM was on the original too. He's saying it hurt your eyes, all that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What's your, like, favorite advances that they made in FL Studio? Like
Honestly, man, how it looks, customizable themes, being able to record better first and foremost, because I know that when I had to record before, I tried to record in the Edison. I'm not a fan of recording in the Edison.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like it. I mean, it's great for vocal editing, but to actually record your vocals, I was not a fan of it. I did not like it.
What did you not like about it?
Maybe I was doing something wrong in that time frame. Was just trying to record, like all my effects would stay embedded in my vocals. So like if I was singing and it didn't sound good, it would stay like that, and I couldn't fix it.
I gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I prefer to record in the playlist and do it that way. On top of that, they changed the settings too from pre and post to was it post effects and some other stuff on there now.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right. So just so everybody knows, you're an artist as well as a producer. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I like that. What do you think when you make your music from like an artist mindset? What do you think might be the differences between you and somebody that just produced, like a beat maker, for example? You know what I mean?
I would say creating space for the vocals. That's definitely a big one. I noticed that not all producers, but like some of them tend to like crank the 808 a lot higher, and it just takes in a lot of space for the vocals. And like if it's being sent out like that, like without the stems, multi-tracks or anything like that, it makes it kind of hard to be able to fit the vocals. And now you gotta like side chain something or try to carve space in between to let the vocals sit inside there. And on top of that, a lot of producers think that louder is better, and a lot of times it's not. They have everything cranked. I remember I used to get free beats from the homie. Shout out to him. But in the time frame, his mixes weren't the best. He had the snare in my face, the freaking trumpets or whatever sound effects he had was blaring. I would have to like turn everything down to try to record, but the bass was so loud that I couldn't hear nothing but the bass. So I didn't even bother to record on them. I said, I'm not able to. I'm here trying to scream on the mic, and all I hear is bass and just static. And then when I play it back, I hear all the hi-hats and everything bleeding through the headset onto the vocal recording. And it's just like, that's not the way to go.
Well, it's two different mindsets, right? Like, especially if you're in these beat battles, because in a beat battle, louder is better.
Oh, yeah. And of course,
you know, like 808s. I mean, nobody cares about room for the vocals when you're, putting something together for a beat battle. But then when you're creating for an artist, that's different. Like, the producer's not the star; the artist is the star. You're just, giving them a blank slate to write to, and make sure there's plenty of room for them. That makes sense,
right? Now, I understand having the mixed and mastered MP3 cranked so that you can really listen to it and vibe to it. But as far as the recording wise, I would suggest a wave, and things be kind of lowered a bit, so that would like we said earlier, it'll give space for the vocals. Yeah. If not, good luck. Good luck.
All right, cool. Well, so let's hop into one of your songs. Which one do you want to do first? So we got Blue Eyes, we got Secret Boo, and we got Ride Shit.
I guess we'll start with the most streamed one, which was Ride Shit.
Okay. Are they songs or beats?
Songs. These are songs.
These are songs? All right, cool.
Yeah.
And you're the artist on these?
Artist, producer, and the engineer.
All right, all three.
Except for Blue Eyes. I didn't engineer Blue Eyes. I'll be honest about that one. I did produce it, write it, and I did I was recorded in the actual studio for this one. But the two other ones I did here at home.
Okay, cool.
So
all right, let me share my screen real quick, or share the tab. So we're doing Ride Shit. Let me see. Oh, let me find it. Hold up. There it is. All right, let's go.
You already know she got a fat ass. Mommy looking hair look good. With a body like an hourglass. I be like, damn ma, can I smash? Turn around, baby, let me see that ass. Can you move it fast? Can you move it slow? Oh, you just dancer, baby, get on that pole. Shake that thing while I take some sips. Damn, baby girl, yeah, move them hips. Got a nigga losing his damn mind. If you're tryna fuck, tell me what time. I'ma pull up with a bottle of liquor. Kiss you on your neck, make your panties drop quicker.
Kiss you on your dick, make your panties drop quicker.
Yeah, I'm with a bad bitch, bad bitch. Know she got a fat ass, fat ass. Now you know she wanna ride shit, ride shit. Now you know she wanna ride it. Yeah, I'm with a bad bitch, bad bitch. Know she got a fat ass, fat ass. Now you know she wanna ride shit, ride shit. Now you know she wanna ride it. What time?
Oh, there it was. That was a short one. I wasn't expecting it to end that quick.
Well, the only reason why I did it short is because I noticed that a lot of the songs now are coming out a lot shorter.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, at least the artists I'm listening to, they're doing like 2-minute songs, 2.5-minute songs. Some of them has even done like a minute 55 seconds. So it's like, yeah, like short songs are getting short. So it's like I gotta stay relevant with the time frames.
I feel like that might be. I think social media changed us.
It did.
Yeah.
Drastically.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't have the same attention span, right? Like, man, when they were writing operas, they would write them like 3 hours long and people would sit through that shit. It's a new world. 2 minutes a limit. 2-minute limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. I do know that when I was in the band too, that they talked about trying to have songs between 2 and 3 minutes, especially for radio hits. So, he's like, my radio songs for the radio are in and out. He's like 3.5 minutes is like the top where you can go, but try to keep it at least 3 minutes tops. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, when I make my tracks for BeatStars, they always hit about 3 minutes, almost on the dot. So that makes sense.
I mean, I try to have like, preferably, I would prefer to do songs longer, intro, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, bridge, and then hook, and then outro. Just like a nice layout, so that way you can really, really sink into the music. Plus, that hook will reel them in. That has to be the catchiest part. At least I think so.
Yeah. Well, let's. Drew asked a question. Brainiac. He said, when you collab on a beat that's going to have lyrics that you're performing alongside an engineer, whose input goes where?
That's a good question. Let me see. When you collab on the beat that's going to have lyrics that you're performing alongside an engineer, I would say whose input would probably go with whose song it really mainly is.
Yeah.
So like, for example, like if me and you collab and it was your song and you were going to engineer it, I would say most input would go towards you. Since it's your track, it's like you be the leader and I got to follow.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Sense. All right. What was I? I was going to bring something else up, but I forgot what it was. Man, well. That song was for the ladies, right? Do most of your lyrics are they all about the ladies?
Most of them. I mean, I could do the street stuff, but there's a lot of that. There's a lot of it, and a lot of it has to do with violence and stupid. And the thing that irks me about lyrics a lot of nowadays is that they'll sit there and say all this street stuff, and then one of their people gets killed, and now they're whining about it. And it's like, it's kind of like you live by the gun, you die by the gun. So, you're kind of expecting that, bro. So, it's like, why sit there and promote more violence and promote more gang banging and thugging? And then when people die, you want to cry. And it's like, I don't understand that. I like to do chill songs. Things for the ladies, more laid back, more chills. Stuff that's like vibe music. Something like if you're sitting there cleaning the house or whatever, and it pops on, it's just like, oh, this is hot. You just start vibing to it. things to get you moving, you know.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
no, like this song was more of a club song. You know, obviously you can tell, you know,
Yep.
you can hear it. You can hear it.
Yeah. So, what would you say, like, growing up, who were your biggest influences musically? Like, who did you admire?
Well, that's a tough one because I grew up hearing a lot of Spanish music in church, and then whatever Spanish music like that I was listening to. But I grew up in a neighborhood that was predominantly black,
Mhm.
so I would hear Spanish music here, and then when I go hang out, I hear all the rap music everywhere else. And I didn't really know who was who. You know, I just knew by the songs, but I didn't know
Mhm.
who actually wrote the songs and who actually was performing them until later when I got older. Then I got into was it like who these artists were? I'd say Nas was definitely an influence. Biggie. I never got into Tupac until like my early 20s. A
Uh-huh.
big influence though on me would be KRS One and Big L. So like
Okay.
my top three old school artists would be KRS, Big L, and it's third because I have Nas on there, and, and I probably have to say, but he's a newer artist, so
Okay.
type deal.
A lot of East Coast influence. A lot of East Coast. A lot of New York.
Originally, yes, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And when you say Spanish music, is it more like Mexico or Puerto Rico or
yeah, yeah.
just
No,
all of
no, no.
it?
Well, the church music didn't really have like area from where it was from because it was like really sung around like amongst everybody's Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, etc. But at home, definitely, it was a lot of cumbia, which is originally from Colombia, but the Mexicans adopted it and made it popular.
Oh, I
So
gotcha. Okay.
definitely a lot. There was definitely a lot of Mexican music
Okay. Well,
on
cool.
that.
You ever sample any of that and make some hip hop beats out of it?
I tried to, and Mike Melendez to say Wu Tang. Wu Tang is actually my favorite rap group. That's my
Okay.
favorite rap group.
All right. Yeah. He's like,
I
why
was
you
actually
calling
hearing
that
them
Wu
at work
Tang?
today. No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
I was actually hearing them today at work. The album 36 Chambers of Death.
That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I saw. Where did I see? You'll see. Like, how do I put this? Like, the hip hop from that era has crossed over so much, like into mainstream everything, right? Like, I saw RZA on a episode on the History Channel of Food That Made America. Which is like, they're like going back and telling these like documentary stories of how Campbell's got started. And then like, they'll have like this historian, talking about this and that, and then they'll have like RZA pop up. Like talking about, how they got their business started. Because he's an entrepreneur, grew his business and all
Okay.
that, right? Yeah. So I mean he's definitely a subject matter expert on it, but it's amazing how like back in those days, there that culture, like just hip hop in general, um is comes from a place where everybody is put in the corner and just shitted on, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
and they clawed their way out, and now Jay-Z's a billionaire, and Dr. Dre, and like these success stories, like they strong armed their way, like forced their way into uh mainstream culture. And it's probably one of the greatest, hip hop's one of the greatest stories in culture ever. It's amazing what's happened over the years.
Right, right. Because I know that I guess at some point a lot of these artists were getting arrested.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They were getting arrested, getting beaten on.
NWA.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, not even just that, just for performing their music. They
Mhm.
were they were getting arrested and they were getting beaten on, like just
Mhm.
just for doing music, and that's stupid.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
I see Mike Melendez said salsa. No, not much salsa. I didn't get into salsa until I got older, like way older.
Reggaeton.
Nah, I heard it, but it never caught my attention. I didn't care for it until I got
Yeah.
like in my 20s.
Yeah, you have no choice of what you like. Like, you hear music and you either like it or you don't, and that's not
Yeah,
up to you. It's like up to your soul.
right. Like like for me, like one genre I cannot listen to like willingly. Now, if someone plays it, whatever. But I'm not gonna run to my cell phone and type it in. It's country.
Yeah,
The lyrics are so depressing. At least the songs I've heard. The songs
yeah.
I've heard were like, "There's my dog over there. My wife left me." I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Like, I'm sorry. No, I mean, I'm sorry, man. Sorry to hear that, but
Yeah, that's some old school country. I grew up with country around me, but just never caught on. Kind of like reggaeton for you, like just never.
yeah.
Because I grew up in Oklahoma, right? Like it's everywhere. I just,
Mm.
eh. We had one AM station with soul music, Power Jam in 1140. That was my jam. That's what I listened to back in the day on the AM dial. But I'm old as shit, so don't worry about that.
Horrible. That's horrible.
All right, so let's say you could work. Is there anybody that you're like dream scenario you could work with? Like, who would you want to pick their brain, or an artist you want to produce for, or any of that kind of stuff?
Um, there's various artists. I do know that was this 2019? I went to go see Snow the Product in concert. I don't know if you're hip to her. An
Mm-mm.
artist called Snow the Product. She's a female Mexican rapper
Okay.
from California, and she raps in English and Spanish. She to me she's very underrated. A lot of people don't care for her. A lot of people do like her. But when I met her the first time in Cleveland, um, I was just like so like nervous because I had wanted to give her like a beat CD, and if Big L was here, Big L if he was
Oh,
here,
that's who he'd probably want to work with. That's what he's saying.
oh yeah,
And you mentioned Big L earlier. That's why I
oh,
popped it up there.
yeah, yeah. No, but I had met her, and I didn't meet her in Cleveland. I met her the next night. Um, Actually, I met you short. Pretty much, I was like nervous to give her a CD of beats that I produced, and we had got lucky to get tickets to go to her next show in Chicago the very next night. All we had to do was show up, and like they would get us in,
Mhm.
and that's where I gave her the CDs. Now she never hit me up or nothing, but if it's someone like current day, I would say her.
Okay.
I would say Snow the Product for sure. Four was another one. He's a trap soul artist. I say Drake because he's so versatile, and you guys know me with the Tory Lane post, so of course Tory Lanez,
Oh yeah, yeah.
because Tory Lanez is definitely it's the big influence on me on the singing side, even though I really can't sing.
Oh, she can definitely sing. Snow to product. Okay, thanks EVM. I was wondering how to spell it. So cool. All right. Um, what? So you're a producer, artist, and engineer. What gear are you using? Like what do you got?
Currently hooked up, I have a Focusrite 2i2 third generation, and the mic I have hooked up right now is my Neumann TLM
Okay.
103.
Okay.
But I also have a the Rhodes mic, the NTA.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I got that one, and I had it. And I know I'm gonna butcher it because I always do, but it's a USB microphone, Apogee, I think, Apogee.
Okay.
It's Apogee.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually gave that to a buddy of mine to help him out. But when I first started actually recording, it was with a voice recorder that was stolen. Not saying the homie gave it to me, and I would record with it, and I didn't have any software, so I would just try to do things like super ghetto. Try to
Right. Right. Right.
record with that on, headphones on, and you know,
Oh, I think any artist out there who has a home studio has done some ghetto stuff to get.
oh yeah, yeah, I've tried to do that, to throw it onto the freaking computer, line it up.
Yeah.
No, then I upgraded to an M Audio USB mic. Started with that for a while,
Yep.
and I got the Apogee microphone, and I was trying so hard not to get an interface because I wanted to prove like you could do it within a USB mic, and you can, but it's very hard to do.
You need a preamp.
Yeah,
of some kind, yeah.
Any analog gear? I do not have any analog equipment.
I don't know if you need it anymore. Like,
Well,
I mean,
I would say for taste, you could, yeah. For taste and for a different sound, I could say so, yeah. But as far as how everything's becoming more and more digital, it's kind of like being pushed away now. Like, no, over here, look this way,
Well, there's so many analog emulators out there. I mean, we'd have to do like the Pepsi challenge on that shit. Like, can you hear the difference? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're running this through an actual, piece of hardware equipment versus the emulator. And if my ears aren't good enough, I couldn't tell. If you're using like a tube saturator or something, I couldn't tell the difference between the actual analog and the emulator. But maybe there's some people out there, with really well defined, it's kind of like people who drink the fancy wine and they can tell the difference. Like, there might be some engineers out there that have those type of ears, but definitely not me. Yeah, cool. What was I gonna say about the microphones? I don't remember now. But anyway, that's cool. Yeah, I don't have any analog gear either. I literally have a laptop, and I have Oh, do you have are those Status Audio headphones?
No, these are Audio-Technica.
Oh, okay. I got you. I thought I recognized them for a minute. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. No, I just got an AT2020 and an inbox and a like a Chaotica eyeball. So, like one of those here, I'll just show you. See if I can bring it in. This thing.
Oh yeah. That's a spear. I had heard about that. Is that any good?
Yeah. I mean, obviously the sound behind you's more important, right? Like if you're in an echoey room, it's because it's a cardioid mic, so it's pointing at you, with a spread.
Yeah.
And it's getting all the reflections behind you. So it's more important actually to have something behind you that's soaking up sound versus having something around the microphone. But no, it does. It's almost like being in in 3/4 of a booth. You know what I mean? Like it's handling all the peripherals and the sides and all of that, so it takes all that sound away.
Okay, see, because around my Neumann, I got like a shield, but it's got the 2 little doors in front of it. So if I'm not using the mic, I can just put it in and close it.
Oh yeah.
So
it's the same type of thing.
Yeah. So this works pretty well as well.
Okay, cool.
You said XLR, baby. Well, you rock the mic, Johnny, so that's kind of analog. Technically he's not wrong.
Yeah, that's analog.
Yeah.
I mean, I think all mics are analog because they have to, like, it vibrates with your voice. So I guess I don't know. Anyway, let's hop to the next song. So we have Secret Boo, and we got Blue Eyes.
We'll go with Blue Eyes second.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a longer one. So.
All right. It's at least 2 minutes in. All right. Here we go. Blue Eyes. Let's go.
Man, let's see what's up with this girl quick. Hey, this girl don't pick up, man. Come on, pick up. Never mind, man.
Looking at your blue eyes, then that's something to fantasize. But it's just a fantasy that I have of you and me. Looking at your blue eyes, then that's something to fantasize. But it's just a fantasy that I have of you and me. When I look at your eyes, I see a vibrant shade of blue, and I get these nasty thoughts I wanna do to you every single day. Ooh, break a scream, ooh, but I guess it's meant to be a fantasy. Shh, keep it low key, don't say a word as I gaze upon your lips. Wishfully thinking how I grab you by the hips, slap you on the ass every time you walk past. Take you to the bedroom, rubber you on your side, kiss you on your neck, make you hella wet. Go a couple rounds and have a grand time, baby, no regrets. Leave you with memories you won't forget. What you expect? I'm a freak, but I'm respectful. If we hit this, you just know I'ma be gentle. Looking at your blue eyes, then that's something to fantasize. But it's just a fantasy that I have of you and me. Looking at your blue eyes, then that's something to fantasize. But it's just a fantasy that I have of you and me. Laying in the bed, under the sheets, comfy and cozy while you grip my meat. Whisper in your ear, softly and slowly. Go another round, matter of fact, where'd you blow me? As I twist the blunt, suck me up till I'm about to nut. Make you stop, bend you over, then I'll put it in your butt. Grab you by the waist, yank you by the hair. Move it to the shower, then I'll lick you down in there. Have you screaming, gasping for air. As the shampoo washes out the hair. Tell me if you want it deep and how you like the paste. Do you want it in your mouth or do you want it on your face? Blue eyes, blue eyes, blue eyes. Yo, blue eyes, yo, blue eyes, But it's just a fantasy, 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 but it's just a fantasy that I have of you and me. Looking at your blue eyes, then that's something to fantasize. But it's just a fantasy that I have of you and me. Looking at your blue eyes, then that's something to fantasize. But it's just a fantasy.
Damn, did she ever answer the phone? Just a fantasy. You didn't get that one, huh?
That's gold. I love it.
Yeah, all your songs, the two songs definitely have a theme going so far.
Yeah.
Johnny Mexico loves the ladies.
Well, I mean, yeah, yeah, that's a highlight right there. EVM played a bunch of skull emojis. That's
there you go. All right, highlight that. There we go.
Yeah. 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 Actually, that song was actually written like in, I want to say 2016. Actually,
damn.
Yeah, that's an old song, but I didn't record it until 2020 because I never had shit to record with for none of that. But that one was recorded in the studio. Now that song was actually sampled. I actually sampled that one.
What did you sample? The
parts with the melody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that I sampled that one. I used to Edison to sample that.
Okay.
So I did that, and then I had a drum kit. I think it was Beats That Pound or one of them older school drum kits, and I was able to put the drums to it.
Wasn't there like a producer named Beats That Pound? Like in Heatwav, I feel like there's somebody who submitted whose producer name.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. That's no, this is
this is just a drum kit from somewhere.
Yeah, but I think there was a producer before him, way back. That was called that.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes sense.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I do know that I had a drum kit. And this drum kit, I had that drum kit for years.
Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, Ashley's. Yeah, his name was Jeremy. All right, cool. Yeah, she remembers.
Yeah. That's an old drum kit. I want to say I used that one. If not, there was another one that I used. And
okay.
I actually took that sample and I actually slew it down. No, I sped it up and I pitched it down like 2 or 3 semitones.
Okay.
And when I heard that's it. And I chopped 3 different parts. I just kept it real simple, put the drums to it. That was it.
Ah, dope. What are your like plans for do you have any plans for your music, or do you just make it for the joy and you just put it out there?
Well, hopefully I am hopefully trying to get like a bigger audience and to like actually make some income off of it. Okay. So until then it's like just for joy, kicks, hobby. But I do need to network more. So that's one thing I'm having slight trouble on, is trying to find the right crowd as to where to present the music at.
Yeah, that's the tough part for any artist, man.
Yeah,
it's like finding your people, finding that community.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. It's
hard growing up in the hood and trying to like pitch that like lovey-dovey stuff. At least for me it is. And people are like, nah, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear about 9s and Glocks and all that. Like,
That's
Come on,
true.
chill, bro.
But there's an
And
audience. I mean, there's definitely an audience out there. You
yeah.
just got to find them. Yeah.
Plus, on top of that, I don't see myself with that thug image. I mean, I tried to do it when I was younger. I did a little
Mhm.
wrong with it, but that's not me, man. It's not me. I'm not going to sit there try to portray this whole gangster look and then not be a gangster. I'd rather just have that chill look and just where's the honeys at? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Just be true to who you are.
Yeah, me. I'm a chill dude, but same time like anybody else, piss me off. Knock the lights out or whatever.
Yeah. Maybe you'll do one song on the album.
I mean, I mean, I do have some more like aggressive shit that I've been working on with a homie. We've been collabing through BandLab,
Mhm.
and this stuff that we're doing is the complete opposite to what I'm doing solo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Well, I mean, there's the artist and there's the producer. So I'm guessing, is Johnny Mexico the artist?
no, actually, both of us are the artists on these other tracks.
No, I mean like how like
Oh, okay.
is your artist name and your producer name the same?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Yeah.
But I mean like to like artists, like they cultivate this image, right, of who they are. And you want it to be as true to you as possible, right? And you do that, but then it's hard to deviate because you're known as that, you're known as this type of person, right?
Yeah.
Like if I don't know if Ludacris came out with all gangster rap or something, everybody be like, but no, you're kind of the fun party, and talk, whatever. So like you could let that aggressive side out more on the production side if you were cultivating your image to be more for the ladies, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even LL Cool J did "Mama's Gonna Knock You Out" or "Mama's Gonna Knock You
Yeah.
Out." I mean, you can have a track or two, I guess.
I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with doing a few tracks, but the main thing is to be like really to be versatile, to show I
Yeah.
can do just any style. I'd say a big influence on that would be Drake, because to me he's so diverse and so versatile. The dude's got Afrobeat songs, dancehall. He's got songs in bachata. He's got R&B stuff. He's got trap stuff. He's got hip hop stuff. So it's like,
Yeah, that's true.
it's like he's a little bit of everywhere. That's kind of what I want to do. So that's I'm not copying him, but I am influenced. Definitely influenced.
Okay. So, I always ask this question of everybody that pops in. Let's say somebody brand new to producing is watching this live or watching a playback, even. What would be your best piece of advice for them? Like they just cracked open FL Studio and they're trying to figure it out.
First and foremost, go slow. Go slow with the program. Figure out what button does what. Learn the shortcuts. Stay focused on it. Don't spend all day watching YouTube videos and tutorials. I would suggest watch one video and then go practice what you just saw. So that way it stays fresh in your mind. That was the mistake I did. I had to watch like 3 hours worth of videos, jump on the laptop, let's go, and be like, because I forgot everything. Literally forgot everything. So now what I do now is I'll watch maybe one video, 2 videos tops, as long as they're both short, and jump on the computer and just try to recreate what I saw. So that way it stays fresh in my mind.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I make tutorials is like I'll forget how to do something and I'll just go back to my own tutorial and be like, "Oh yeah, thanks Jason, I forgot how to do that." Like depending on what it is, right? Like sometimes yeah. I mean, sometimes it's simple, but then there's other times where you're like, "Oh no, there's like, 10 steps to do something. You can't remember all of them."
Yeah, it's just crazy because you'll sit there like, for example, like you'll sample one thing and you won't touch a sample for like months. And you go, how did I sample something? And there's just various ways to do it. You can use SliceX, the slicer, the Edison, toss it into playlist and chop it that way. You can even chop it and then throw it into the step sequencer. And then you can even touch it like that. There's ways to hook up the little MIDI pad to it and just do it that way. So
Yep.
there's like 1,000 ways to do one thing.
Do you have a
Yeah.
MIDI controller? You didn't
I
mention that in your gear.
I do have a Novation Launchpad. I don't use
Oh,
it.
okay.
I don't use it as much as I should,
Yeah.
but I
I
do
mean,
have one.
you can audition sounds with it.
You know, I'm not able to figure out to set up the way I want to set it up, like where I hit one thing and it's a kick, and then the other one's a snare. I know there's a way to do it. I just haven't figured it out yet.
Oh, okay.
At
Yeah,
least
you
I
can figure
think.
it out.
At least I think there is a way to do it.
YouTube it. Watch just that one thing.
I
Practice it.
tried. I
Yeah.
tried. You know, people just do like everything else but that. I'm just like, why though? Like, I don't understand you.
Yeah. There's a what is that? There's a little drum pad tool in FL Studio. I'm sure Fiction knows what this is.
Oh,
Um
the FPC.
yeah, can't you tie it from your physical pads to that?
You know, I wouldn't doubt that you could.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt that you could.
I think that's how you do it. I'm not much of a sample producer. Because I've been getting into TV and film stuff lately, and I just don't
Okay.
want to use any samples from anybody
Copyright.
else. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that.
Copyrights.
Yeah. But a drum kit, right, would be good to have on my pad. So maybe I'll look at that. There you go. EVM's
Yeah,
popping up.
you gotta open up
FPC and drag your sounds into it. Yep.
Yeah, see, there you go. So then that means I gotta. Okay, then yeah, I'm about to try that.
Yeah.
I'm about to try that.
There you go. All right, cool. Well, let's hop into that's some great piece of advice for anybody new to production.
If I could add on to that, I would say, stay disciplined, focused, humble, and hungry at all times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Always stay hungry, humble. Always.
You mean don't act like you've already arrived
Yeah,
and get complacent?
yeah, yeah.
I hear you. All right, cool. The next song is called Secret Boo.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say about this song before I play it, or just go ahead and kick it?
I did forget to mention the last one was kind of provocative, like the lyrics. That was a big thing on my.
Oh, we're just gonna assume all these lyrics are provocative.
This one isn't. I would say it's more visual compared to the other ones.
Okay.
But the lyrics, I don't recall any cussing in it. So.
And it's 1 minute and 7 seconds, so this one is not very long. All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
What should I do tonight? Let me pull up on you tonight. I can be your secret boo. Baby, it's all up to you. Gotta take a time now. Can't do no rushing. Baby, don't you talk silence. Shh, get to hushing. All we know is how we want it now. Baby, what's the hold up? Let's start now. Wow. Champagne in the canisters at the tone. Pouring up a glass, it's time to mute your phone.
I have a surprise for you. Hurry up, okay?
You always calling them.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Always got call on them, you know.
Was the bass pan to the right, or am I imagining that?
No.
The bass? No.
It's not supposed to be.
Hold on, let me play it again. I want to see if I'm.
It's not supposed to be.
Yeah. Let's see. There's no bass yet.
Right.
Maybe it's just wider than I'm used to. Where's the bass?
What should I do tonight? Let me pull up on you tonight.
I don't know. I'm not hearing my right ear for some reason. I don't know why.
That's interesting because that's actually the very first time I've heard that. See,
Yeah.
It's not on mine. It seems centered, but I don't know.
Who knows? I don't know. I was just curious. I was wondering if it was a choice or what it was.
No, that's weird because in my head it sounds right there.
Sounds right. It sounds right in the middle. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. It must be my thing. All right. Let me close that out.
Unless if I've gone crazy.
It's not on mine. It seems centered. Okay. Hey. Yeah. All right. Maybe it's my headphones. These headphones are. Oh man, when did I buy these? I think in 2003.
Oh God. Holy crap.
These headphones I've had forever. Well, I have another set, but they like the foam started coming out of them, so I switched to my old headphones. And like I've had these headphones for so long. Maybe it's probably this cord. It's probably like something going on with that. So don't worry about it.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, because I was gonna say because that one I hear regularly because I hear that one on the car.
Yeah.
Actually hear that on the little earbuds, and everything sounds centered. So,
all right, that's my imagination then.
No,
I don't replace unless an amazing reason or yeah. I mean, if they work, they work.
Right,
But this might be a reason that I need to replace them.
I mean, that's some strong, durable headphones, man. 20
Yeah,
years.
Audio Technica. I don't know what they are. Let's see. Hold on. There we go. Whatever they are. I don't know what they are, but they've lasted forever. So AT, man, Audio Technica.
Yeah, heck yeah.
But I'm gonna upgrade. I think I need to upgrade now.
But yeah, see, that's what I did because before I had the Shure SHR 440s.
Mm-hmm.
I had those, and those they weren't bad, but I was like, I need something better. So when I heard about these, I had tried them out and said, "Oh yeah, this is it."
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. Like, if I order them, I'm just gonna order them and go off of reviews because, like, I don't go to music stores anymore. Don't have time. I have kids, and just don't have time to do it. All right. So what are the model of your headphones? So if you're happy with them, maybe I'll be happy with them.
These are Audio-Technica's ATH N50X.
M50X. All right.
Yeah, it's
cool.
It's not NM as in money.
Got it. All right. Yep, there they are.
Okay,
all right.
I wasn't sure if I said N or M or not. I was like, let me.
What'd you say? M.
Yeah, M50X. Yeah,
M50X. All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, there they are. There they are on Amazon.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Awesome. Thank you for that.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I mean, we're pretty much at the end of our interview time. Is there any parting words or shout outs or anything you want to let everybody know?
Just pretty much, I don't even. I'm my bad. Just pretty much thanks for everybody coming out tonight. For everybody trying to support. Like I said earlier, everyone from Lorraine, Cleveland, Ohio, everybody from Ohio, yourself for having the show, Heatwav, and everybody else tuned in within the show right here. Thanks for listening. Whoever's left in here, and hopefully I get some more listeners.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. For anybody in here, I would take this time to go over all the events, but everybody who's been in the chat and everybody who's watched knows about the events. Like Hotspot on Friday nights, back to back on Saturday nights, 9:00 Eastern time. Hotspot, don't send a tag like I did last week. Back to back. You can send tags, you can send songs, all that, and it's vibing out. So thank everybody. Thank you for coming to the Heatwav Spotlight. This has been Johnny Mexico, Juan Lugo. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. By